Hi, welcome back to Bird Morsels. Today, I will be talking about birds of prey or raptors. You are probably familiar with the bald eagle, the largest raptor in North America, which is also the national bird of the United States. It is found throughout the continent, especially near rivers, lakes, and oceans. The golden eagle, which lives in the west, is about the same size, but instead of having a white head and tail, it is all a golden brown. One of the most widespread of these raptors is the red-tailed hawk, which is often seen perching on wires next to roads. It is often recognizable by its bright red tail. In the east, the red-shouldered hawk is also commonly seen. It has red patches on the top of its wings, which is why it is named red-shouldered. It is slightly smaller than the red-tailed hawk. The osprey, sometimes known as the fish hawk, is also very widespread. It eats almost nothing but fish, which is why it is most abundant by rivers, lakes, ponds, and oceans. It is very distinctive with being a bright white and bold brown. The Cooper's hawk is yet another widespread hawk. This hawk often comes to feeders and scares all the birds away. Although most of the birds that are at the feeders escape the Cooper's hawk. The sharp-shinned hawk looks and acts very similar, and it has a slightly less widespread range, but it still might be seen in backyards. In the east, the broad-winged hawk might be seen soaring overhead. This bird has an extremely long migration to South America. It shares this migration distance with the Swainson's hawk of the west. Not all raptors are hawks, though. There is another group called falcons. Unlike hawks, falcons have an extra notch on their beak for catching their prey. The peregrine falcon can be found in many places throughout the country. It can also be found on all continents except for Antarctica. When it dives, it may reach 200 miles per hour, making it the fastest bird in the world. The prairie falcon of the west looks somewhat similar to the peregrine, but it is lighter in color. But the most widespread falcon in North America is the American kestrel. It is a small falcon and can be seen on farms and by roads and in backyards. But there's a group of hawks called kites that might be confused with falcons because of their more falcon-like flight. In the southeast, the Mississippi kite is often seen soaring around. This bird often roosts, which means sleeping, with many other Mississippi kites in one large tree. In Texas, California, and southern Florida, you might see a large bird hovering. While the osprey hovers, this bird, you can tell it is not an osprey. It is the white-tailed kite, the only North American kite to hover. The swallow-tailed kite never hovers. It soars around, scarcely ever flapping, and it even drinks while flying, skimming over the surface of the water. It is a strikingly patterned bird with a black back, a black forked tail, and black tips on the wings, and the rest of it being white. Thank you for watching Bird Morsels. See you again next time. Bye.